Hey YouTube, what's going on? It is Doubtfull here. I've got another Rek'sai gameplay video for you, this time coming from my Smurf account. This was a pretty insane game. There ended up being 4 infernal dragons, and we got all of them because we missed the first 2 dragons. And we ended up having over 500 AD, which was pretty insane. I was actually trying to record a video how to carry with Rek'sai in low elo. But this video, I don't know, it wasn't a very clean game. I played kind of weird this game, but I still thought it was really cool and I wanted to share it with everyone. So it is actually pretty long. Like I said, we missed the first 2 dragons and got the next 4, so it's pretty long. I'm gonna be fast forwarding through some boring parts and just sort of talking about what I was doing, what was going on in my head and stuff like that. So hopefully you'll find this interesting. If you do want to see that how to carry with Rek'sai in low elo over-explained video, I do plan on releasing that later this week. Hopefully I'll get a really good game for that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss that. But this clear is pretty standard, doing the full red side clear with Rek'sai. It's very healthy because we got a solid leash from our team, and we kited it pretty well. Smited the Krugs. From there, I had 3 different lanes I could have ganked. I decided to go bot because they have a Jinx, and if you can keep a Jinx down early, that's pretty good. I could have actually used my tunnel onto her there, but I decided to flash just to make sure we for sure got it. And then we go for this because Morgana lands that Q. I take 2 turret shots and then I walk out. Ezreal heals this, but he doesn't really need to. Now, the problem with this gank actually is I didn't get any kills, and I don't actually end up taking this CS. I should have been really greedy in taking that CS, because on your first base with Rek'Sai, you really want to end up with 1k gold. And you can see here that I only have 900, so I don't actually have enough to base with. You want 1k gold because you want to get your smite item and a longsword at the very least. So I end up looking for this play bot. It's kind of weird. Morgan and I go for different targets because I don't know, just miscommunication. And I don't have a longsword or anything, so I don't really have the damage to one-shot a carry at this point. So we end up just resetting and waiting for the longsword because we waited long enough to actually get enough passive income to get that. So I want to look for bot again because they've got no summoners, and again, I would just like to really smash that lane and make it so they're useless. That was sort of my idea this game. Honestly, I don't necessarily think this is the best way to play in low elo, at least. For me, I like to carry and farm a lot. So this was weird. I was going to clear that ward, and then Yone just, I don't know, went in when he had me full vision of me. So that was kind of strange. Fortunately, Diana lands that kill, and we get that, and we just win this 1v1 against Mundo. That looked kind of funny, but I was pretty sure I was going to win that. That's why Conquer is really good in situations like that when you're against like a bruiser like Mundo. Mundo's kind of like a juggernaut bruiser thing. Yeah, I'm just going to speed things up until we sort of get to a part that's interesting. I'm just going to clear because I haven't cleared these camps. The blue's gone, Scuttle's up, and then mid is pretty pushed and pretty weak, so we're going to end up looking for this gank mid here. This ends up going a little bit south, unfortunately. I think somebody told me that I shouldn't say what's about to happen because it's like spoiling my own video. So maybe I'll try not to do that for this video because I'm already spoiling it. But I end up in a weird situation here. I knew Mundo was on Dragon. I tried to get away from him. I tried to juke him there, but he turns on his ult. I think if I smite him here with a Nimbus Cloak speed, maybe I could have gotten far enough away from him, even though he would have landed the Q. Maybe I could have sidestepped the Q. I don't know. But I ended up just taking turret aggro and dying, so that wasn't super great. But we got our warrior now, so we're really strong. This is like an 8-minute warrior or something, plus boots. So we're in a really good position to gank. I go for this Herald. This is something that a lot of people in low MMRs don't actually do, which is take the Herald. You can get insane gold value out of this, so I definitely recommend doing that. I know his red's up because we saw it on the mini-map, so I go for this as well. And then we see top fighting, so we just hop over here. Now, Rek'Sai cannot actually beat Mordekaiser 1v1, generally speaking. Generally speaking, throughout the whole game, you'll never be able to beat a Mordekaiser, which makes this kind of an annoying champion to play against. But I know that I have Diana coming, so I go for this. I really wanted to kill Mordekaiser and then drop the Herald top. For some reason, I really had teleports here. Yeah, I would have loved to just shove this wave and then drop the Herald top, but I really kept pinging me off, and then we end up getting interrupted here, and I can't actually go for that. Here, this was probably my first like really big mistake this game. Again, I just spoiled it. But we flashed for Mundo here. I didn't actually look at his items. He's gotten like 2 shutdowns at this point. He's actually really fed, and I don't have my ult. So he ends up, I burned both of our flashes, top and jungle, and we don't actually kill him. And our mid laners ignite. We still don't kill him. Mundo OP, I guess. I don't know if Mundo is actually a counter to Rek'Sai jungle or not. I've always been curious of that. Because Rek'Sai can beat Mundo early, but later you really can't. And he's just like this huge juggernaut, like this wall that you can't really get past. And you don't want to let him just like destroy your backline. So I always feel obligated to like run in at him. But yeah, I don't know. I messed this up. That was a bad tunnel. I tunneled way too early. This should have been a free kill. If I had waited for him to R and then tunnel towards him, this would have been a free kill. But somebody else comes up. Unfortunately, I still don't have my ult at this point. But we do get this. Now, if at any point, I'm going to just be talking about like what I'm doing in this game. If at any point you guys have any questions, just leave like a timestamp and I'll 100% answer your question. Oh yeah, I go for this 1v1, which is dumb because Bar is right there. And I even messed up my E because I thought my Q was up, but it still wasn't up. We get the kill, but it's not worth it. I think we give over a shutdown. I guess it... Or no, do we get a shutdown? This is actually too small for me to read right now. But probably not a worth play. I'm dying a lot here. I really don't like to die ever on Rek'Sai. Obviously on No Champ you want to. But I talk about this a lot. My #1 priority on Rek'Sai is making sure that I'm keeping up on XP and gold and that I'm a higher level than everyone. So this is a kill you can like always look for. People do this all the time. Even in high elo. They'll greed for plates or just crash the mini wave after they kill their lane or their laner resets, whatever. So we'll always be on the lookout for that. You can see like I skipped all of my camps to just sit up here and wait for Mordekaiser to finish that push. And we were able to get that kill at that point because we're pretty fed. Another thing I should probably talk about is the fact that I just bought a dagger. So I'm going to do kind of a weird build this game that I kind of like into like bruiser champions. I'm still sort of doing some testing with this, but that's building berserker greaves on Rek'Sai. I think it's actually pretty insane. Unless you do your combo faster and... Berserker Greaves just have really good value. And attack speed is just really good on Rek'Sai, surprisingly. I think a lot of people don't think about that, but pretty much all of her damage is auto-based, so it also helps you do your clear faster. So I always forget about Bard when I've got Herald. Literally always forget about it, and every time it tilts me so hard when Bard ults the charge. It's so frustrating, but... Anyways, we go back up here. We're pretty sure that Mordekaiser's ult is probably still down. I don't actually know what its cooldown is. So, I mean, I guess, fortunately, his ult is still down. But you can see, like, how much of a struggle this is, playing melees in the Mordekaiser. That champ's kind of insane. But we just kill him, do all that. I honestly think I should have stayed on this turret. I kind of go do other stuff, but I think I should have just stayed on the turret, because we actually could have got first turret gold. We end up losing it, I think, bot lane or something. They just run it down bot and get that. But in the meantime, I'm just trying to take his jungle. I get his red buff. Mordekaiser's here. I think we saw Mundo bottom. This is my first time editing like this, like actually trying speed throughs and then just giving a commentary over it. So let me know what you guys think of this style. Maybe that was a little bit too fast. That was pretty fast. This E. I E into 3 people for like no reason. This was so dumb. I have no idea what I was thinking. Just Eing into 3 people, like nothing to gain, just trying to 1v3. And, like, I am very strong, but I'm also sitting on an insane amount of gold. And, like, we won for 1, but it's just not worth it at all. Feels bad, man. But we do get the Berserker Greaves. Honestly, I think I should have bought an Executioner. Executioner's Blade, like, after my Warrior. I think that should have been my next purchase, because they've got a lot of healing on their team. Bard has minimal amounts of healing. Obviously, Mundo is just a giant healing bot. And then Mordekaiser also has a lot of healing, so... we would have got a lot of value out of that early. I do end up building it next, but so here we're just farming and stuff. I guess this is warded because he just throws out a Q. Maybe got lucky. I don't know. We're not really afraid when he goes on us like this. I can just E away, but I keep trying to fight him. Honestly, I always think like, oh, I'm really strong. I can fight Mundo. Never. I can never fight Mundo. It's so weird. I don't know if it's because he's fed or if it's just because I literally can never fight that champion. But I don't know. So we see the Jinx there alone. If I know if I can get my knock up on her that she's dead, that's why I go for that flash. Jinx is pretty much a non-factor this entire game, honestly. And I'm just going to tell myself that it's because of my ganks that I did early, but I don't really know. So yeah, we get that quadra kill. Unfortunately, the Yone is like all the way bot side, so we couldn't get the penta. That would have been cool. But we've got a lot of gold now. And I guess it gets kind of scary. It is interesting. This game goes pretty late game, and a lot of people talk about how Rek'Sai like doesn't scale very well. But I mean, you're gonna see. Like again, I'm smurfing. This is low plat elo, by the way. But like at least in low plat, I mean, as long as you're like not behind and you're like a little bit ahead, Rek'Sai scaling is completely fine, and I'm gonna be a threat this entire game. It does get harder to play the game as you go on, but yeah. So I go back into my tunnel to get out of that fight. It's important to have like tunnel awareness. That's also why you I did that earlier too. It's why you put 3 points in your Q and then you max your E so you can retake your tunnels and go in and out of them like that. And you'll see me do that a couple times this game. Maybe we're done. Maybe that was the last time I do it, but I do it all the time. So I've got a perfect amount of gold, and I end up buying. I have literally never done this before, but I bought a third item. Mortal Reminder, I think is what it's called. I don't even know what it's called because I never build it. Right now we're just picking up farm and stuff. But I know that Mordekaiser has a bunch of armor, and I know I wanted the anti-heal, and it was just the perfect amount of gold to buy a full item, so I decided to go for it. Yeah, so on Rek'Sai, you always want to look for these opportunities to... it's actually insane my ult doesn't kill him there. That's kind of crazy. Phantom Dancer OP. We get him anyways. But yeah, you always want to be looking at side lanes if you're ahead like this. Because I know I can 1v1 Yone. I know I can 1v1 Mordekaiser at this point. So I'm always looking for these side lane picks. And you'll see me do that like a lot this game. And that's one way to like use your lead. Because obviously you don't want to tunnel into 5 people. So you want to look for those 1v1 opportunities. Or you want to create those 1v1 opportunities where you can. And here's just another case. I go into him. Get that auto and then I try to walk out of turret aggro. But he's right under his turret, so I can't actually get him. But we do like force him out of the fight. That's a lot of pressure. We got his ults. We even got his flash. So I mean that was still very worth for us. I'm obviously not going to go in there. I feel like it's people that go in there that like, Rek'Sai's weak late game. Like you can't. You just got to play smart. I don't know. You got to play kind of like a weird bruiser assassin, and go in when the time is right. And I guess that's how you get good at Rek'Sai. But we don't end up actually getting anything there. I think actually we do get the top turret, so that's nice. But we don't really get any kills or anything. More fighting here. Honestly, their Yone wasn't super great this game. I think at the end of the game, the Mundo said something too. I was not super happy with that. Managed to sidestep his cleaver there, or we probably would have died. And yeah, I think we get top. Maybe we just end up shoving mid here. It's fast forwarding, so I did these fast forwards like an hour ago, so that means nothing's gonna happen. Spoiler alert for a while. So we're just gonna end up farming around. I'm trying to buy base on a full item, but the next item I actually want to buy is Death's Dance. Works pretty well with into their team comp because these fights go on for like kind of a while, so I get a lot of value out of the heals. That's sort of what I'm thinking. But Death's Dance is so expensive, so we just end up buying Caulfields plus Aegis once we get to 2,200 gold. Let's see. Just chilling, looking for picks, basically. Pinging out people whenever I think my teammates are doing something dumb. Pinging what I think we should do next. Right now, we're kind of just waiting for dragons and maybe Baron, though. Here's me trying to fight Mundo again. I honestly almost get him this time. But I don't think my ult would have killed him there. I am level 16. Maybe it would have killed it. But I would have definitely died if it didn't kill him, so it's not worth it for me to actually go for it at that point. And we did get Mundo's heal out, Mundo's ult out, which is good. But Yone actually does something really good there. I didn't even think about him doing that, and yeah, he got a really good jump onto us there, which was nice. This fight ends up going like kind of for us. Fortunately, Dragon's not up, so we don't lose that or anything like that. But it wasn't super great. Unfortunately, yeah, the Yone got me there. I didn't, maybe I could have ulted him. Yeah, maybe I could have immediately ulted him and dodged his ult. I'm curious about that. You always want to look for that, like, opportunities, like when you know somebody's about to do a skill shot to use your R. That'll come up later in this game, too. But we're in speed mode, so we're waiting for something else to happen. But again, in these late game scenarios, you're just looking for, like, these side lane picks, like what you're about to see. Now, again, Yone just, I don't know, keeps trying to fight me, man, but honestly, I play this really weird. I don't like how I play that at all. I should have autoed him way more times before I actually ulted him there. That was pretty strange, to be honest. And I totally deserve this. He still got his ult, yeah. I honestly think maybe I could have outplayed this. If I E right away and dodge Mordekaiser's Q, maybe, I don't know. That was pretty poorly played. Like, normally I should never, ever, like, my combo should one-shot the Yone. I mean, I have berserker greaves for a reason, and I ended up only autoing him, like, once or twice there. So that was pretty bad. Like I said, this is not a super clean game, which is why I decided not to make the over-explain out of this. But it was pretty cool, like 4 infernals. I almost got a penta, stuff like that. It was definitely the most AD I think I've maybe ever had on Rek'Sai. Like, I had over 500 at one point. I've got, like, absolute focus going and stuff like that, and I just got a pretty aggressive build. So we're just, the rest of this game is just going to be, like, really late-game team fights and showing, like, how I play Rek'Sai. So here's that situation where Mundo's running at us, like, Jinx is right there, but I feel like I've got to get through this Mundo, otherwise he's just going to destroy my backline. So I end up using my full combo on him, and then Diana gets a good engage there. We get the Q there. We just melt this Mordekaiser. We have so much AD and like armor pen. It's insane. And now we're all the way back to full health thanks to Death Stance. And Conquer and Triumph, stuff like that. So we get that. It's not quite a quadra kill. And this secures the 3rd dragon. I know they're going to get the 3rd dragon, so I just go on to do something else. You know, always want to be efficient with your time. Take all of my team CS, stuff like that. Here I actually, I'm not paying too much attention, I guess, and all 3 of them that are up collapse on me and they get a shutdown, which is a bit unfortunate. Not really unfortunate, me just being greedy. I saw that my entire team was top, so I was like, they're all not going to come for me. But they do, and we die. And we deserve it, so... I really wanted to get that Sterix Gauge, actually, as the last item, just so I could get maximum AD, but honestly, GA is solid enough. A lot of people don't build GA anymore in Rek'Sai. I don't know why. Yone somehow is in melee range of me. I don't know, man. That's what I struggle a lot with on Rek'Sai. Like, making these low elo Rek'Sai videos, it feels so weird because they just make, like, really obvious mistakes, and I feel like it, like, lowers the quality of the video, but whatever. This is why I don't smurf very often. But we do kill them all here. Yone kills himself, and then they just end up in this really awkward fight where Jinx is in the middle of like 4 of us. Pretty sketchy. I'm not really sure what happened there. Unfortunately, there aren't any objectives up, and we don't really have a wave to get too much either. I guess we get this. But we can't do anything else. We get inhib. I think I'm going to get enough gold for my Guardian Angel, and then a Guardian Angel plus pot, I believe, and then I'm going to reset and look for the next pick. Again, probably going to go to the side lanes. Just anytime I can look for that 1v1 pick is what you really want to do as Rek'Sai, in my opinion. Get those 1v1s out. I saw somebody there. I didn't know who it was, but I was like, man, I mean, Yone's been known to walk around the corner face first into me, so I thought maybe it would be him. Unfortunately, it's the Mundo. And they're trying to contest our red here. I believe, yeah, Infernal is spawning here, so this is sort of the Infernal dance. This is actually an interesting play that I want to talk about. So I've won a lot of games. I don't know what this play is called. I should come up with a cool name for it. If anybody has a cool name for this play, let me know. But basically, it's when an important objective is spawning. Usually it's Dragon, like Infernal. Usually it's like Soul Point or Elder, but you have control of the mid wave and their inhibitor is down. So you ping for your entire team to run it down mid lane. And I've literally won games like this before. So basically, I'm pinging this. I want all of my team to be with me right now, but none of them are. So what the enemy team has to do is they have to base, teleport, recall, and they have to defend their nexus, or I'm going to end the game. And if all 4 of us were there, we would have destroyed that turret before they could teleport and whatnot. And theoretically, we can just kind of end the game there. The other alternative is they notice what we're doing right away, and they all base immediately. And then when they're all basing, then we turn around and we go get the dragon, and it's GG, super free. Unfortunately, my team didn't really listen to me. It is plat, and that is sort of a high-level play. Yeah, I was kind of pinging. I was like, Ezreal, what are you doing? The dragon's up. Like, take it while they're all killing me, right? But fortunately, Diana had the right idea, and she got the Infernal Soul, which was really, really good. That's what I wanted out of the play. I wasn't really trying to end the game. I wanted to get the Soul, so I wanted to force them all back so we could take the Soul for free. Anyways, it ended up working out, even though I died and lost my GA and my flash. I shouldn't have flashed, probably. Ooh, here we are looking for picks again, doing our thing as Rek'Sai. We've got the Infernal Soul. Our AD, I don't think I have it shown right now, but it's like over 500. I see Mordekaiser here by himself, and I go for him, but actually Yone's trailing him from behind. And I can't dodge Yone all because Mordekaiser Zanya'd, which was really unfortunate. I don't know that that was intentional, but that really screwed me up. If I could have dodged that Mord, even if my R, like... If I could have R'd the Mordekaiser and dodged Yone all, even if Mordekaiser Zanya'd my actual ult damage, I think I would have been fine to at least trade 1-for-1 there. But we ended up fighting here. They started a fight, I think, because there was 3 people mid and 2 were on me. It goes okay. Not too much happening. I was kind of worried that they were going to end the game here. Like, Ezreal and Morgana were going to get caught, and we were just going to lose the game. Because that would have been pretty bad. I don't know that I could have 1v3'd defended. Fortunately, they don't die here. That would have been really depressing if I actually lost this game. I did make a lot of mistakes, though, so it's kind of fair if I would have lost, but... Apparently, I did not feel the need to speed through this. I wanted to give you guys the full endgame treatment, so you can see exactly how we ended this game. This is 40-minute Rek'Sai. We're looking for a kill here. Again, just looking for those picks that we can get. I do that a lot at Rek'Sai. It's harder to do in high elo, but in low elo, people just don't respect you at all. A lot of these people, you got to keep in mind, like, don't even know what Rek'Sai does. Like, they don't even know that Rek'Sai is a champion, because literally nobody plays Rek'Sai in lower MMRs. So people will constantly disrespect you. I'm expecting Yone right now to clear that wave and then base. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to get him, but I tried to E in and cancel his base with my Q, like you can see there. But he actually keeps pushing, which is just insane to me. But here we get the fight that we actually wanted. Something I wanted to do earlier, and we just one-shot him. We don't even need to use our ult. Let's see. Oh yeah, so I'm spam pinging Ezreal to go mid because there's a 50-second cooldown on Yone spawn, and we can get inhib and then maybe force a fight and end the game. Remember, they only have 1 Nexus turret because I was able to clear one of them. So Ezreal is not doing that for some reason, which is kind of annoying. But we just go up and get the inhib anyways, and we're trying to start a fight. A fight here would be really good for us. Unfortunately, I don't get Morg Tunnel, Morg Shield in time, but we are still able to get that Bard. I think that was a Morg Q that killed him there. Really, really nice from her. And then, yeah, another Morg Q on him. I don't want to use my flash on Mundo here. That's kind of crazy. But Diana gets a really good engage on the back line. We just flash in to support. And I mean, that's the game. I don't know. You get picks. You get dragon. You know, you look to win team fights. A lot of it is just winning team fights. Like, I don't know. I feel like people think that Rek'Sai is not super good at team fights. But if you play it smart, like, and as you can see, we just sort of dominated these team fights. You just got to play smart, you know, utilize your Triumph heals, your Conquer heals, all of that stuff. But that is Rek'Sai, guys. That is 500 AD for Infernal Rek'Sai. So again, make sure, if you're not already, subscribe to the channel. I've got that low elo Rek'Sai video coming out soon. And the over-explain is what I'm talking about. But yeah, that's all I got for you. Thank you for watching this whole video if you made it this far, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.